Welcome, y'all.
A very kind welcome to you all people.
Welcome back to Tacky Tablecloths. This is episode 14.
I don't like that I agreed to this. This was a mistake.
What, that word Trace Fancy Boys today?
Suit coats don't work for me. Especially not...
That's a blazer.
Whatever the fuck.
Ooh, got him.
Actually, technically depends. Most of the time blazers have shiny buttons. Does he got shiny buttons?
No.
No.
Welcome to the show where Justin's going to explain the difference between a suit coat and a blazer for the
I'm
rest
learning
of the program.
things. Please learn things.
I'm learning.
Blazer is typically...
Yeah.
A blazer's typically...
A blazer typically has less buttons. Less buttons than a suit coat and shiny buttons. But that was more fashion, 20 years ago than it is, say, for today. But
this is riveting programming.
Well, I got this at a thrift store, so it could have been 20 years ago. Let's find out.
You're going to sit like that the
don't.
whole program? Oh, my God.
I'm going to do my best not to, but, like...
I'm the great Cornholio. Any DP for my bunghole.
See, when I bought this, I was just standing the whole time, and it was fine, because my arms were like that, so I didn't notice how tight it was on my arms. But...
For those of you that
Can you button it?
only listening to the audio, we're wearing suit jackets today. I'm sorry, blazers. This is a suit coat that I'm wearing, but because we're fancy now.
All right, there we go.
Well, that's the reason why you can't shut it, because you can't button it.
Oh, my God. He's got one button buttoned. It's very tight.
Let's just continue with our
the
quality
programming.
programming.
I don't even remember what we were going to talk about now.
Oh, yeah.
We're
We're wearing T-shirts with blazers on.
Oh, yes.
We got the CEO look.
Yeah. With the modern CEO.
The Elon Musk.
The I sold an app to Google for $2 billion and...
Now I wear a jacket because...
Drink it in. This is the look
Yeah,
of
but,
the modern
casual.
CEO right here.
Yeah. I work for BuzzFeed.
Where they eat all the buzzes.
I like how we're just making fun of ourselves.
Feed the buzzes.
For our last-minute decision of, let's look nice on the show today.
Well, that was your guys' decision. I did not want to take part in it.
Yeah.
And then I was told that I would be shunned if I did not.
Yeah.
I do not believe that is how that went
You're
down.
going to make me so anxious.
It was like,
the
I'm
whole
wearing
show,
one, you're
just
wearing one.
sitting
Okay,
like
I'll
that.
just wear one.
I'm doing my best.
You can take off the button. I just sit like this.
Why does it feel like you're raising your shoulders slightly?
Because he is. He's putting
I don't
on a
feel like
show.
I'm not trying to.
Just
I'm personally
relax. Just let
I'm
down
feeling
your-
very attacked, and I would like if we could just continue on with the show, please.
Yeah.
While I try to
we've
sort
already
out my-
wasted like 3.5 minutes.
While I try to sort out my wardrobe malfunction, can you guys please just talk about whatever the hell you wanted to talk about today? While I try to put my
we usually
skin suit back
take
on?
like the first half to just kind of bullshit a bit or talk about a movie. We can talk about a movie. You saw a movie last night that you've never seen before.
I did.
Ooh, silence your cell phones before you start the show.
Has Justin seen that movie?
I don't know. Have you ever seen The Thing, the John Carpenter one? No. Okay. Do you know what it is? Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It's got Kurt Russell in it.
Is that the Fantastic Four? The Thing?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it's just called The Thing. The original was like in the 50s called The Thing from Another World, and it was like, so the premise is like they're scientists on an Antarctic science base.
Science.
Yeah,
base.
and then they're
Research facility?
Yeah.
a research facility. Yes, the science base where they do
Head
science.
to the science base.
I mean, that's about the equivalent of all the science that's actually done in the film, which is
Yeah.
just Kurt Russell just gets drunk on shitty scotch and
Yeah, and plays computer chess.
plays computer chess until he pours his scotch on the computer
They're
chess.
not taking ice core samples like every other Antarctic research movie?
That's probably what the actual scientists there are doing, but none of the men on the base actually seem very capable of...
Yeah, in the John Carpenter one, there's like, there's McCready, who is the he's the pilot.
He's a pilot, you know.
There's the doctor guy, Doc. There's Windows, who's the communications guy. There's the one dude with the jean jacket who I think he's probably like maintenance or something. He just looks like the maintenance guy.
Oh, are you talking about government conspiracy, dude?
Yeah, the guy who's always smoking a joint.
Yeah. No, we don't need to...
Maybe he hand rolls his cigarettes.
Well, no, I'm trying to run down, like, see who actually does, like, who isn't just, like, working there, who actually does. It seems
David.
like, yeah, like, Keith David's character and Wilford Brimley's character seem to be the only two guys who, like, feasibly do any sort of, like, science work. I mean, the doctor probably does, like, experiments and stuff, but, like, he's just sort of, like, the on-site doctor for the guys.
Yeah, and then there's the random...
there's security man.
The random sheriff there.
Yeah, the sheriff, because, you know, there has to be a sheriff.
Constable.
Yeah, even though Kurt Russell's character is kind of the sheriff, too.
I mean, yeah, because he's the actual military presence there.
Yeah, and he has his goofy hat, which is just the best part of the movie.
Oh, yeah, you need to see his hat, Justin. It's like a combination between, like, a tri-corner hat, a cowboy hat, and, like, a fucking sombrero. Like,
yeah, it's
the most nonsensical hat I've ever seen in my entire life.
I've never seen a hat.
You gotta watch out for those UV rays while you're down on the Antarctica.
Oh, yeah.
While you continue to rant about this, I'm gonna show Justin the hat.
Yeah. I don't know, I was kind of done. There's, like, the cook guy, and then there's... Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then there's the dog guy. Who keeps after the dogs.
Yeah, that's his whole job. Why
At this point, why don't you guys stop in the comments and write what you think this movie is about? Because I'm still completely lost.
Okay, well, I was starting to explain it, and then we got off on a tangent here. Okay, so the original one was basically just like there's this alien that gets dug up, and yeah, it's a crazy hat. And then it comes alive because they think it's frozen, and then it starts killing all the people in the. But it's a really goofy B movie. But anyway, so the remake of it is just a total reimagining of it, where
that's
the
all of its glory.
It opens up where there's this helicopter chasing a dog that's
with
running.
Norwegians on it.
Yeah, the Norwegians, and they're shooting at the dog, and then
those goddamn Norwegians.
And then the dog
like,
ends up at the American research facility, and they all come out because they're like, "What's all this gunfire? And why is there a helicopter?" And the guy gets out, and he's like speaking Norwegian to them, and he's like, you know, trying to shoot at the dog, and he accidentally shoots one of the Americans, and they kill him. And then the helicopter blows up because they have a fucking grenade for some reason. And then
we're on a big sheet of ice. Let's bring grenades.
Yeah,
they were chucking the grenades at the dog.
Yeah,
because I mean the grenades,
fetch, boy, fetch.
The grenades were part of their ice clearing measures.
Yeah, like that's why they have flamethrowers too. I'm assuming.
And
that's
explosives. And,
yeah,
they have dynamite, like literal.
Yeah, literal sticks of dynamite. Yeah.
Acme, TNT,
and tons of J&B.
Fuck yeah,
tons of J&B because
Jim Beam.
No, J&B. It's a shitty Scotch. I don't remember what the J&B actually stands for, but it's absolute bottom tier. Like when I used to work in the liquor store, it's that kind that you see the same dude come in like 5 times a week buying a big ass bottle of it because the whole 1.75 liters only like $10 and.
Yeah. True alcoholic.
Yeah, but Kurt Russell's drinking it throughout the movie.
And acting like it's not the worst shit on earth.
Yeah.
I'd rather drink bottom shelf whiskey than bottom shelf... Like, bottom shelf scotch is not worth drinking.
No, I don't like scotch that much. But anyway, so it turns out that the dog is a creature, is an alien, basically, that takes over the form of whatever that it starts to assimilate. And makes a perfect copy of itself, and so it wants to like assimilate Earth. And so the big draw of this movie is like all the special effects in it that were all like there was no CGI at the time, and so it's all like creature makeup and puppetry and all these crazy, and they still look great because I had the Blu-ray at high definition, and it it still looks great. Like you thought it was really good too. Aside from like a couple, like 1 or 2 things that are like just aged a little bit, but it doesn't really.
The fucking hands. So this dude's hands get like sliced off, and
I don't
want to describe how he loses his hands.
Right.
But he's got these like stumps, and they just literally look like they just smeared Play-Doh on his hands, and he's just like. Wah!
But like the whole dog assimilation scene looks great, and
those fucking like tentacles.
The head, the spider head, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing is fucking sweet looking.
And that movie to me has always been pitched as one of the best like sci-fi horror films.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree it's up there, but to me, Alien is still.
Yeah, I still like Alien
Have
better.
you seen the original Alien?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That to me is a pretty much near perfect film.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. The thing is like, it's more about like the characters and like their because they don't know who's the thing.
yeah, it's,
Because
very...
it makes a perfect copy, so anyone could be the thing at one point, and so it's their paranoia. Because you really only see the effects, maybe like a handful of times, like throughout the movie. When you do, it's really cool, but a lot of it has to do with them, like who's who who can you trust, who's all this, and so it's a really good movie. I can let you borrow it at some point.
It's a very tense film. And did you ever see The Hateful Eight?
Yeah.
The soundtrack for The Hateful Eight was done by, I always say his fucking name.
Ennio Morricone.
Thank you. And for when Quentin Tarantino made that film, he actually wanted to use... Say his name again for me.
Ennio Morricone.
Every time I nod towards you, you're just going to say his name for me,
Okay.
okay? He actually wanted to use
Ennio Morricone.
his score from The Thing because
Ennio Morricone!
had actually recorded two separate versions of the score for The Thing. There was the one that they ended up using, which was this more like synth-heavy kind of electronic. And then he had done more of a traditional, like, Western style.
Yeah.
Because he did the soundtrack for a lot of old Westerns.
Like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More.
Yeah. Did you see
Once
any of
Upon a
those?
Time in Mexico.
Just The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay. It's the same dude who did, like, that soundtrack, and Tarantino wanted to just take
Once Upon a Time in the West. No, Once Upon a Time in Mexico is the Robert Rodriguez movie. I had to correct myself there.
Tarantino wanted to use his Western-style version of the soundtrack for The Thing for The Hateful Eight, but they ended up actually just making, like, a whole new score for it instead. But it's just...
There are a couple of tracks that were written originally for The Thing that they reused for Hateful
Okay,
Eight,
did they officially?
Yes.
You looked it up? Okay. But they both have that same sense of, like, tenseness. Like, it's a little different in The Hateful Eight, obviously, because that's more about just, like, no one really knows whose side anyone is on. But it's got a lot of that same tense, like, everyone's just trapped in this place. It's freezing outside.
Yeah, those, like, long string sections. Like,
Yeah.
Because in The Thing, it has a lot of that, and then there's just, like, that bass that comes in, that boom, 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 boom. That, like, every time you hear that, you're like, oh, shit. It's kind of like Jaws.
Yeah.
Where when you hear that, dum, 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 dum,
But
you know
especially
something's gonna
the
happen.
more I thought about that film, like, last night, the more I could so much see the inspiration in The Hateful Eight that Tarantino took from The Thing.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard that before, and that was part of, again, why I wanted to see it, because, like...
Yeah, because both of them are, like, very, it's out in the winter, they're mostly inside of a, tight area where, everyone has to, like, who to trust, who's who, what's going on, so.
Yeah. Did you see any good movies this week, Justin?
I saw a movie called The Orphan, which was really fucking creepy.
I have not seen this film, but I know
it's
about
not
the
incredibly
ending.
It's not very good per se. It's a horror movie, but it's one of those things where, like, a kid can manipulate an adult into not getting in trouble by doing things like, if you tell somebody, then I will say that you raped me. And you're like, okay, well, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
I can't say anything now because I didn't do it, but, they're going to believe you because you're the kid.
Right.
And so just one of those things where you just, like, keep getting very uncomfortable about, like, the way that this kid orphan thing is, like, manipulating the people and just really just kind of deranged, fucked up, don't quite know what's going on. What is this orphan's motive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would recommend checking it out, but it made me very uncomfortable.
Do you know about this movie, Bryn?
I have heard of it, and I've probably seen the trailer for it, like, years ago.
It's on HBO right now.
Is it? Okay.
It sells itself, especially at the beginning, as one of those, like, the demon child type things where it's like, oh, we adopted this kid, but this kid is the spawn of Satan,
like the Omen.
And then
Yeah.
But that. Thank you. I was like, I can remember the name Damien, but I can't remember the name of the damn movie.
Yeah.
It's like that, but then should we just go ahead and tell him the twist? Because the twist to me is so.
Oh wait, I know what it is. Isn't she actually fucking 80 years old, or she's actually an adult?
That might be it.
She's just a dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember. Somebody explained that.
Yeah.
Rare genetic syndrome that causes her to age, but her body doesn't age.
Right.
Because I remember people were
so
pissed with that
her
movie.
motive is to try to, in her deranged serial killerness, she wants to join families and then fuck the husbands. So she's just got a Bible full of
fucking A, dude.
She's got a Bible full of different pictures of families that she's fucked up.
Kind of like how Barney Stinson on How I Met Your Mother has his book full of all the chicks he's slept with, but
I don't know how many she's actually succeeded with, but they don't say anything about that in the movie. But it was just weird because there was a scene right in the kind of end middle of the
Scoreboard.
movie where the kid, she pushed the kid out of the treehouse and he broke his something. And so, mom's at the hospital.
Something.
Dad, I don't know. They don't
I
say
landed
what
on my dick. I broke my dick.
They don't specify.
Mom's
They
in
just
the
show the kid
hospital.
Yeah.
Mom's at the hospital still. Dad comes home and he's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm drinking. And then, so he's sitting on the couch after putting the kids to bed, and she comes downstairs wearing a tight black dress and really slutty makeup and shit. And she's like, I love you. Don't you love me? And
Wait, this is the little girl?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
And you're just at this point, you still don't quite know that she's an adult. And, just very, rapey, weird uncomfortableness. Yeah.
So it technically wouldn't be illegal if the dad slept with her, because she's technically, an adult.
I guess technically, but how the fuck would he know that?
No, I know. That's the whole fucked up part of it.
See, this movie specifically was another one of those where the fucking dumbass people that are accusing everything in Hollywood of being aimed towards normalizing pedophilia.
Right.
This was one of those movies that's how I found out that she was actually an adult in it, because they were like, look at this movie. He's sexualizing this child.
Oh, you could also look at American Beauty.
Oh God. Well, I mean,
which now, looking back at the Kevin Spacey thing, it's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
We know how you got these thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
But he didn't write it.
No.
You were born with them. That's the pedophilia way.
What?
You're not sick in the head. It's normal to like kids. That's what they believe. The people who are trying to say that it's okay to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Kind of like, they're trying to take the gay argument and say that you're born this way and that it's acceptable and you should be accepted for that. I was reading about it the other day.
It definitely isn't something that should be accepted, because that's not cool. But I would argue that there should be studies done on that. You know, as far, from a mental health standpoint, because nobody. I'm trying to go about this the most. I'm not okay with pedophilia way, but nobody. I wouldn't imagine anyone would choose to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
No one, that's definitely something that either they're born with something that makes them think that way, or just through the way that they were raised, starts thinking that way and having an attraction towards, underage people. But no, I wouldn't see anyone one day just be like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna go fuck some kids, or I'm gonna have an attraction towards kids, even though it's not societally okay. I don't want to make that distinction between homosexuality and pedophilia. That's
I know they're in completely different fields, but
completely that's not.
That's why I'm just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this sounds so stupid. Whenever you guys are like, okay, we'll take this one thing and then let's try and apply it to this so that we can somehow.
Well, it's like the big,
up with reasoning
like,
for
you
this.
know, when people were, you know, before gay marriage was illegal, we're like, well, if we let you marry, if the gays can marry, then people can go fucking horses. Like, that's not the same thing.
It's gonna be a slippery slope, Jimbo. I can tell you that
that's not the same
right now.
ballpark. That's not even the same fucking game. Like,
Yeah, I
like,
mean, one is consensual adults.
Yes.
The other is a man fucking a horse or a man fucking a child that has no sense of rational thought.
Exactly.
And logic. No, they're two completely different fucking things. And that's what I hate most about that argument is that people try to use that whole, again, like you said, that whole ballpark thing to try and justify their hatred against homosexuality because they're like, well, it's the same thing as being a pedophile when it's really fucking
It's like,
not.
no, like you...
One is wanting to fuck a consenting adult, and the other is a fucking child.
Yeah, fucking a child.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
And it's like you can be straight and be a pedophile. You can also happen to be gay and be a pedophile.
Kevin Spacey.
But
Well, you can also be straight and touch little boys for some reason, but not like consider yourself to be a homosexual. I read about that one
like
time, too.
in the Catholic Church?
Ugh.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we're calling out the Catholics in this episode.
Oh, shit.
Shit, we're alienating another
All right, let's take
fan
communion.
base. Am I just losing us all of our potential fans?
We just lost one.
Did I piss off the Catholics? Well, not piss off anyone.
I don't know.
We
I
don't get
think
any
we
hate
lost
mail or
any
anything.
potential fans the moment I started doing this. If we still have anyone who stuck around past the first minute of me doing this, then I think that we're never going to lose them.
Crab core.
Thanks for
I
sticking
need
around.
pictures of Spider-Man!
Pictures of Spider-Man.
Shut up, Jameson.
How did we get on? We got from fucking John Carpenter's The Thing to
Pedophilia.
defending pedophiles.
Oh, no one here was
No,
defending
we're not
pedophiles.
we want to make that loud and clear. We're not defending pedophiles.
Yeah,
we're trying
Jesus-
to get to the root of the psyche, I guess.
Jesus Christ, Brady.
I don't know.
You have to be careful with your words or else you'll be James Gunned.
Yeah.
Or even just saying the word pedophile
What
makes...
you say on the internet stays forever.
I'll give a fuck.
Or, actually, shouldn't just say James Gunn because it's also...
Yeah, who was the other?
Who else have they tried to take? They've tried to take down Sarah Silverman,
Yeah.
Michael Ian Black. I think Patton. No, Patton Oswalt apologized for something else. He apologized.
These people should not have to apologize for their dumbass jokes. Like,
You know,
just it.
speaking of this, I was on Facebook this week. Somebody posted that they're like, should I be concerned about the things I posted on my social media when I was a quote-unquote child? I'm 22 now, but sometimes I think about the things I posted 10 years ago when I was 12. How are those things going to affect me?
You said that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Was
in
it
the
someone
future.
we know there?
It's somebody that you know.
Yeah. No, I saw
Like,
it too.
what did you think about that?
No, I totally agree with him. It's like I definitely even like shit that I used to like say on Facebook, like, you know, that it's probably still public, and I should probably go through that shit.
I
but,
know, it's like...
But it's just like, yeah, I was like a kid. Like, I didn't fucking know any better. And, you know, just some, like, dumb shit. And now it's like...
You get mad, you don't understand something, you write it down, you know? Like,
yeah, you say some, like, joke that is either, you know, could be misconstrued as, you know, now offensive. And it's like, obviously it's not okay for, you know, like a grown adult to say that shit. But it's like when you're a kid, it's just like, you know, you're still learning things and, like, how... And it's, you know, something like a 13 or 14-year-old says because they think they're just being edgy or funny or something at the time. And then, you know, I'm 24 years old now. I wouldn't say the same shit because you learn.
Yeah.
You grow up. And that's the shame is, like, you know, down the line, like, you know, 10 years from now, like, some people who, like, you know, trying to get a job or something, they're like, well, we did an extensive search of your Facebook history. And that's why, like, I have all my shit private on a lot of, you know, I don't allow access to my Instagram unless you request it. Like,
It's
you have
okay,
to be
you
my
haven't
fave.
posted a picture since January of 2017.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't even...
Really gripping content. I checked it yesterday.
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the last thing I posted was my tattoo.
that wasn't January of 2017. That was like...
Wait.
No,
Yeah.
you posted a picture of you and...
On my Instagram?
Yeah, we'll keep going.
The last thing I posted was my...
Keep going!
No, it was...
I don't even remember what I was talking about now.
The Andy Warhol.
Oh, the Andy Warhol banana thing. Yeah, I forgot I bought that. Yeah.
December 24th, 2017.
Well, it's the Velvet Underground album.
Andy Warhol.
But, like, back to the topic here. It's like,
right there.
I know that whenever I was younger, I was very insensitive to the gay population. I don't know if that's the right... Should I say that?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like,
I was very, I was insensitive to that at all, and I know that, I used to joke around and call my friends, fag together, and, like, stop being a fag, don't do that, or, oh, that's gay, if you can't hang out or something. So it's like, I don't even know if I've posted anything like that on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Or, like, I'm commenting on a friend's things like, not going to be able to come to the thing tonight. Oh, you're so gay. Like,
well, no, I mean,
I don't even know if I've done
admit to that,
but, like, I used to talk like that. It's completely
I'll admit to that too, because I mean I was raised. I grew up with two grandmothers who were lesbians. Growing up, I was just raised to be like, that's a thing. Like, people are gay, and like I never in my mind ever had that thought of oh, gay people shouldn't be allowed to do things. They're an abomination. Whatever the fucking argument is. And but I growing up calling your friend oh man that's gay, or saying don't be a fag or whatever, that's something in your adolescence that like I just never attributed that to each other. Like, I knew that was an insult attributed towards gay people, but like the way it's used like when you're a kid is like it's not like that. But now it's like, we just don't use that anymore.
It's like when you call somebody a douche, you're not trying to call them a medical device used to clean out vaginas. It's not like the
right.
Word
It's always the context of it.
It didn't make it right, but
right, it doesn't, and obviously, like, we realize that now. Like,
we're woke.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're real woke.
Stay woke.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
But yeah, I mean, language evolves, and like, and. Yeah,
Well, I wouldn't say it's so much language evolving as it is the actual people using the language. It was you grew up and you were like, hey, it's really, really dumb to use that word because of, the not necessarily the meaning behind it, but just
the social context of
I
it.
can communicate more effectively now than before, and back then it was just... Okay, well, let's just use this quick cut thing because it's funny.
Because you learn a word and you're like, oh, you're not allowed to say bad words, but, so you say it to your friends and shit. But now it's like we have, even though I say shit, fuck, tits, ass,
well, I mean, but you're not saying
all the
it
time.
just to try and be edgy.
Do you ever say disco pussy?
I don't think the word disco pussy's ever come out of my mouth. But
good thing that's two words.
The phrase,
are you kidding me? Do you know how to spell
discopus?
Let's,
that's one word.
Let's take our first break here.
Let's.
Welcome back. He is the great Cornholio once more.
All right, for segment 2, how about everybody stand up, put your jacket
Oh,
aside.
Jesus, thank you.
Oh, you're doing the front-facing
jacket.
Inside
We're
out.
not taking them off.
You could do that. I'm keeping my. I'm quite comfortable.
All right.
Am I backwards? Am I forwards? Do you know?
He's for our audio listeners. Justin put his suit coat on, like crisscross.
You mean backwards?
Yeah.
So like whenever I put my arms back, I choke.
I'm doing a business.
You guys.
I dare you to walk into an interview like this. Hey, oh, sorry, I'm running late.
Jesus Christ.
A word from our sponsor this week.
Our sponsor is...
Wait, what the fuck is that?
Are you drinking a Coke on this fucking program?
No, there's no Coke here. There's zero Coke.
Zero Coke?
Zero
Listen,
Coke.
we are a Pepsi Mountain
This is a PepsiCo family!
This is a Pepsi family. We only support Pepsi! And Pepsi should support us. Get that out of here.
What about sweet and sour Pepsi?
Sweet and sour Pepsi.
We're never gonna get sponsored!
You made him cry, man. You made him cry.
He was already crying. He had that internal battle going for a while.
Mm-hmm. I
just go into the news. I don't want to hear it.
It's just real insensitive of you to do this to him. Okay.
You knew how much that meant to me.
You know how much Kim Possible Season 4 meant to me.
How much did it mean to you?
I don't know. Did they do Season 3?
I don't fucking know. I didn't watch Kim Possible.
You didn't watch Kim Possible?
It
was a good show.
I don't like
Kim Possible.
I don't like the mole rat thing. It was weird looking.
Rufus?
Pink thing.
Yeah, Rufus.
Hey, look, it's like I got my own tablecloth.
You know they are making a live action Kim Possible, right?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
It's time to vote that off the island.
Let's stop all live action reboots of cartoons, please.
Yes, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Especially Teen Titans.
Actually, speaking of Teen Titans, did you guys hear the potential rumor about Teen Titans Season 6?
You mean the Cartoon Network?
Yes, I'm sorry. The good Teen Titans show.
The original one.
The original, well, yeah.
Yeah.
The one from back in like the mid 2000s that was really good, and then it ended on kind of a cliffhanger in Season 5.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
No, not that.
Oh.
No Batman.
No Batman. Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
I'm Batman.
At the end of... Sorry, I can't form my words today.
Me speak good.
At the end of the Teen Titans Go movie, which Teen Titans Go was just a more child-friendly version of the original Teen Titans show.
Yeah.
It's the same voice.
It's a fucking sitcom. They do no crime fighting. It's just
and the
them hanging out at Titan's Tower.
The animation style.
We have superheroes in our teen angst.
Yeah, it's much lazier because it's
just
super
pee-pee
minimal.
and poo-poo jokes.
Yeah.
Not pee-pee poo-poo.
But they had a full like Hollywood-style movie that they came out with.
Yeah. It's in theaters now.
Yeah, it's in theaters right now.
Right now.
You can go
Teen
see
Titans
it.
Go?
Yeah,
to the movies.
It's a live action?
No. It's the cartoon.
But it's a theatrically released movie instead of just being released on Cartoon Network.
Straight to VHS.
Yeah, instead of straight to VHS.
It's in theaters.
But at the end of it, there's a tease, and it has the actual well animated Teen
the
Titans
original
cast.
animation.
Yeah. And there's this transmission thing coming in, and Robin says I think I found a way to get us back, or whatever the fuck. So it's supposed to be a big hint that they're actually making a season 6 of it.
Yeah.
Which had been teased before by Tara Strong, where she said that they, the voice cast, were told that an actual season 6 would get to come out if Go to the Movies did well at the box office.
Which by that logic logic doesn't make any sense. If Teen Titans Go the movie is a success, then they're going to make more Teen Titans Go.
Right, and that's what doesn't make sense. But at the same time, what will make even less sense is if they do come out with this all at once. You're going to have Teen Titans Go, Teen Titans Go,
2.
You're gonna have Teen Titans Season 6. You're going to have Teen Titans Go, whatever fucking season they're on. And then you're going to have Edgy Titans. Yeah. 3 different things all going...
Hold on. Is this the name of a new show? Edgy Titans?
I mean, that's the Fuck Batman Titans show.
Yeah. It's just called Titans.
The one that we talked about last week. The Fuck Batman.
I'm Batman.
Yeah. No, do you remember that?
No, I thought you were talking about Titans. The new DC movie with a really horrible trailer.
No,
that's it. That's the Teen Titans show, the live action.
No, I think he's getting confused what we're talking about. Titans, that is a TV show coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a movie.
There was something called Teen Titans, back in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
With those same characters.
No, I know that.
And then right now there's something called Teen Titans Go, which is a really childlike version of the mid 2000s Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the Teen Titans Go had a movie that's in theaters right now.
I think he gets that.
I get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you'll have 3 different Teen Titans properties all at the same time, all in completely different
spectrums.
Spectrums.
Yeah, you've got the kid-friendly, the moderate, and then just fucking edgelord supreme.
The one that's not meant for anyone.
Yeah, that's
the one that's meant for the trash.
There's like one 15-year-old fanfic writer that's just creaming about it.
She is so excited.
Oh, yes.
I cannot wait until it's available on some other streaming service so I can laugh at it. But
Did we already talk about how Cyborg isn't going to be in the Titans movie?
it's a TV show. It's not a movie.
The Titan movie that's going to come out.
It's not
the
a
live
movie.
action.
It's a TV show.
That's a TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just said that like 5 times.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
sorry.
no,
I thought the whole
that's-
time we talked about this last week.
No. It's a
that's
TV show. It's going to be on the CW.
What a
no.
Oh, no. It's the Warner Brothers streaming
It's
thing,
on
isn't
the
it? Yeah.
DC. No, I think it's specifically just DC streaming. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
either way.
Why are there so many fucking
Okay.
streaming
I
services?
wish I would have given that more shit last week. So, because that's stupid.
You can
That's
give it
even
more
worse.
shit right now. I'm still fine with that. Give it as much shit as you want. It looks fucking awful.
I thought it would be cool that there was a Teen Titans movie coming out.
See, I thought
So-
that would be cool if there was an actual live-action Teen Titan. Well, because
I
like
don't
when
need
they were
another Flash TV
before-
show or
before they fucked up the whole
UK.
DC cinematic universe
that's
thing,
basically what it is.
when they teased that Cyborg was going to be in the Justice League movie, I'm like, cool, they're going to do a Teen Titans movie because they're going to introduce it with Cyborg, and then that was just fucking shit, and it doesn't look like they're going to do much with that anymore. So it's like, great, there goes the chance to have a fucking Teen Titans movie. Cause,
that wasn't going to happen anyway because they'd already been working on this thing.
they could still do it.
They're not.
Because they have the Flash TV show, and they had Flash in there.
That's true, and that confused the hell out of people because those Flashes are played by two different people.
Yeah.
I do not like that.
And
I wish it was canon.
Yeah.
It's not quote unquote canon, but it's like I feel like if there's a TV show with a character in it right now on TV, if a movie happens to come out, it should match. The timeline should match.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that, and that's what's kind of stupid about everything that DC's doing because, like, the Marvel shows do exist within the universe of the Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, they even keep teasing that Daredevil's going to finally have the guy who plays Daredevil, I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah.
But he's going to at least have, like, a cameo in one of the newer Captain America movies, supposedly.
They're doing another Captain America.
Or was it Spider-Man? I think it's Spider-Man, actually.
Oh,
He's
that'd be
supposed
cool.
to have a cameo in one of the other upcoming Marvel movies.
Okay. Yeah, Spider-Man would make sense.
Is
Yeah.
he in the same city as Spider-Man?
He's in Hell's Kitchen, and Spider-Man is in Queens. So they're
Oh.
different parts of New York, but yeah, they're all in New York.
I thought he was in... Oh, my God. I almost said Metropolis.
That's DC.
Yeah, Superman.
I mean, that's still New York. That's what it's
They
based
both
on.
work for a news reporter. I got confused.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, because Gotham's based on Chicago, and then Metropolis is based on New York City.
I
right?
thought
Or is it
Gotham
other
was
way
based
around?
on Newark.
Oh, Newark.
I always thought it
Newark,
was
New
Chicago.
Jersey.
Yeah, like New Jersey.
Maybe.
I
I
know.
don't
I think it's like a combination of a couple different cities, but like Newark's shitty enough to be like,
It's
yep,
a
that's
combination
Gotham.
of all the dark and edgy cities with a really bad crime rate. I'm Batman.
If Columbus, Ohio had a superhero, who would it be?
Captain Underpants,
No, it would be a dude. It'd be Brutus.
Mr. Vegan.
Brutus Buckeye.
Because he'd name himself after Brutus Buckeye. He would dress up. Have you ever seen that one guy?
The Buckeye guy?
Yeah, the Buckeye
Yeah.
with the cowboy hat.
Oh, wait, hold on. We're gonna blur that. We don't not give that guy any credit. He's a piece of shit from whatever.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks so
He
nice.
just goes around to all the places in town, tries to get endorsements so that he could drive around with his Buckeye car.
Oh, God.
Well, still, either way, that guy, yeah, with the cowboy hat and the OSU apparel. That would be the Columbus protector because it'd just be
Yeah, 'cause
an OSU fan who got drunk as shit during during like the riots after an OSU Michigan game.
Yeah, after
He
we
stopped-
lost. Or won. There's
Or
still
what?
riots
There's
regardless.
riots and burnings regardless.
Yeah. There's always a burning couch somewhere.
After
Burn the couch.
Yeah, for those
Red
of you who
Solo
don't
Cup
live in
everywhere.
Columbus, in the actual campus part for Ohio State, it is illegal to have a couch outside of your house or on like a front porch or anything like that, and it's entirely because dumbass OSU fans will light it on fire.
Yeah.
They will find an excuse to light it on fire.
Regardless of the outcome
Woo!
of the
We
State
beat
Michigan
Kent
game.
State by 90 points! Time to riot!
Get the gasoline. We're going out to the couch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, do fucking Alabama fans do that shit too?
I mean,
Because
No,
like,
they put toilets up in trees and shit in them.
because I feel like OSU and Alabama have just like the craziest goddamn fans.
Razorbacks, dude. when I was down in Texas,
Yeah.
the fucking Razorbacks are almost just like OSU.
See, at least
really?
though,
Yeah.
they have the excuse out in Alabama and Arkansas. They don't got nothing else going on sports-wise around there.
That's
Like,
not true.
all they have is their
That's
college.
not true.
What
kids,
else do they have?
The kids' sports, high school,
Well, okay,
middle
yes,
school,
yes.
all like
Like
I
on a
swear,
collegiate or
Yeah,
professional
that's all
level.
they got.
They
is-
go. That's all they do. That's
Yeah.
all my Texas side of the family does is they just go to sporting events. Like there could be a kid in their church in their Bible study that like just started playing soccer and this is his very first day and every single person is there. Like
That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's weird. Like
because
wacky.
they ain't got nothing else.
my
They don't
grandpa was
have
known as
pro
like the
teams.
town coach guy that was always at every single game for every single football game, even if nobody was playing there. It's like the stands are completely packed.
Because you don't have pro teams.
But you're right about
Yeah.
the college thing.
All
but they
you got-
definitely have something to do, and they
Yeah,
go look at
okay,
kids.
that's true. But
Right.
I'm saying
Okay, so
you,
how
ain't,
did
you
so,
ain't got pro teams.
so how did Buckeye Man get his?
Yeah,
okay,
am I going back to his origin
yeah,
story?
Yes,
right
yes,
now?
please. I want to hear the origin story.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It was a good tangent. So Buckeye Man, he's out rioting. You know, he's just your average, typical 22-year-old business degree OSU student. So yeah, that's actually his crime, like his theme song for the intro instead of like the Spider-Man intro or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just Hang On Sloopy.
Sloopy.
Yeah. So he's out doing his typical getting drunk and rioting and burning couches, and he witnesses this woman getting mugged, and he's like, "I ain't having none of this shit," and he chucks his half-drank can of PBR at the robber, hits him on the head.
Okay, we have craft beer here in Ohio.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
got to be like Columbus
Land
Brewing.
Grant.
Yeah,
Columbus Brewing Company.
He throws his Columbus Brewing Company.
Yes, his IPA.
I forgot. See, I'm thinking of 6 years ago when I, was always on campus, because at that time the craft brew revolution had not occurred.
Yes.
You're right. It's probably a Keystone Light.
No. By now, it's a Columbus. It's
Yes.
a Columbus Brewing Company.
So does he just have like a utility belt of,
Yes.
of
So-
IPAs?
So let me finish here. So he chucks it, knocks the robber unconscious, gives the woman back her purse, and this is when he's just had this revolution. And he's like,
Revelation.
I'm the
revelation.
Buckeye guy.
Somebody's got to put a stop to this crime.
That he was already committing at the time.
That crime is fine. It's fine to burn people's couches. It's just when it comes to robbing your fellow OSU students.
Right.
It's not like when
they
people-
don't want anyone to get hurt. They just want to light couches on fire.
He's not the hero the town needs. He's the hero the town deserves. And he does. He just
Does he fall into like a vat of radioactive material, or
I mean,
is he just like a Batman type?
There was this one night he was chasing a perp through
It's got to be through like one of the like.
Brothers Drake Meadery, and he
Oh Jesus Christ!
He slips in a pile of freshly made
A
Buckeyes.
vat of radioactive
he fell into the
IPA.
vat of their experimental IPA mead
Buckeye
crossover.
IPA.
Yeah,
IPA mead crossover. Oh, Jesus.
it was called the Buckeye Blend.
Oh, my
Emerging from it, he found that his skin was now just permanently coated in alcohol.
Is he like
He
a
could just-
is he like a waterbender where he can
He could
shoot
just shoot
he can shoot
alcohol?
fucking beer out of his hand?
You guys sure you don't want him to shoot peanut butter out of his hands like Buckeyes?
He could shoot it out of his ass or something. I don't know.
No,
He probably already shoots peanut butter out of his ass from all that
shooting
drinking.
beer's funnier.
Yeah,
It's like you said,
shooting
like
beer.
water bending, but it's beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the criminals just open up their mouths like.
No, because he shoots it out with such velocity that it like takes them away. You know, like the old like the spray hoses
Okay.
that cops use on people.
Nope.
There is
Riots.
only
Yeah.
one group of people that those hoses have been used.
Yeah, that's oh boy, oh boy.
That's a really good analogy.
No. Buckeye Man is woke.
Buckeye
He
Man.
uses
No,
it to fight crime.
Buckeye Man is pretend woke.
He's okay. He's pretend woke. I like Buckeye Man. We should make this into a thing.
All right,
This is a good idea.
I need to write some more stories for Buckeye Man.
All right, do it.
Oh my god. This was supposed to be the news segment, and then we just.
Guy.
We can still do the news.
We're
Buckeye Man
talking
is
about
just-
Team
yeah.
Titans.
Yeah,
We
this,
were.
This is related because he's our superhero.
Okay.
He's the superhero for Columbus.
I thought Mark Wahlberg would be our superhero.
I mean,
I have.
no. Mark Wahlberg is the villain in this story because Mark Wahlberg is the one coming in.
He sets up an evil
he's
dealership.
Setting up an evil empire through the use of his car dealership
and his burger dealership.
And no, I'm sorry. And Buckeye Man's also fighting against the removal of all the bars from High Street.
He takes all the M's off of signs in town.
They're like forcibly ending leases with all the bars, like the Ugly Tuna and shit like that on High Street.
Yep.
Again, sorry to anyone who doesn't live in Columbus because this makes no fucking sense to you.
The Ugly Tuna Saloon.
But that's what he fights back against. He starts out, he's fighting back against whatever that
like
company
petty
is.
theft or whatever, and then he moves up.
He moves up.
You mean the Wexner Corporation or something?
Oh yeah, that's
the final step.
The final boss is Wexner.
Yeah, instead of
Unlimited.
Lex Luthor,
It's Lex
Wexner. Lex Wexner.
And he's fighting against the whatever property company it is that's forcing all of his favorite bars out of town. He then steps up to Mark Wahlberg and then finally makes his way to Lex Wexner. Or maybe Mark Wahlberg assists him. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like
that could be his Alfred Fox.
Yeah.
How does Urban Meyer fall into this?
No, Urban Meyer's is Lucius Fox.
Okay, yes, with his his Donato's Pizza sponsorship.
Yeah, that's how he can afford to get Buckeye Man all his gadgets and shit.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be like Q or
yeah.
What's the other
Lucius
guy?
Fox.
What's the guy?
Lucius
Batman?
Fox.
Yeah, Lucius
Alfred.
Fox.
Yeah, Alfred doesn't design. Lucius Fox designs.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Alfred
Morgan
just
Freeman's
wipes
character.
his ass for him.
Yeah.
So who's Alfred then? Jim Trestle?
I don't know his
Jim Trestle's
his
up to
roommate.
young stuff. Yeah, his roommate.
Just whoever.
It's probably John Glenn or something because he's pretty involved at Ohio State. Yeah, there's a John Glenn Center for Astrological Science.
Did he die?
I thought he did.
I don't think John Glenn's dead.
I thought John Glenn just died.
Hey Siri, is John Glenn dead?
Hold on, I'm looking this
Oh,
up.
poor John Glenn. He deserved better.
Because I thought that's why they renamed the airport.
I'm pretty. It's either that or he almost died. It shouldn't take that.
Yeah,
long.
he died. He died in 2016.
Okay, yeah. That's
Dang,
what I thought.
I didn't.
Could we could have the ghost of John
No.
Glenn.
The ghost of John Glenn.
That man deserves so much better than that.
Yeah. Buzz Aldrin's still alive. We just have
No astronauts.
no.
Space Force.
Space Force.
We've come full circle again.
Oh Jesus.
I'm gonna wait
Let's,
till the next segment to talk about my new
Yeah,
topic.
hold on. I need to see how much time we have. Oh, we got like 10 minutes.
I could do some more of my pointless news topics.
I want to.
Let's keep the comedy going.
Yeah, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
that was funny.
there was a report that came
Parental
out.
advisory is advised.
Donald Trump had to have EU trade policy explained to him by EU officials with the use of colorful flashcards.
Is this a fucking joke?
This is real. This is real life.
Where
Because
did you hear
because he
about this?
he doesn't like to read anything that's more than 1 page long with too much detail or anything. So
I get
because
lost too. I get it, Donnie.
because they know that. Well, listen, you're not the fucking president of a country.
I'm the president.
If you're the president of a country, you should know how to fucking read and grasp information. So because they knew this, they planned ahead, and they had I'm assuming a bunch of flashcards with little drawings on this is trade policy. Well, I don't know what was actually on the cards. I don't fucking know the specifics of trade policy, but I'm also not in office or anything.
Don't knock it till you try it, man.
I do want to point out something else with Trump.
Yeah.
There was audio surfaced of him asking for a Coke.
Oh, no.
And I just want to say that we here at a show that firmly supports PepsiCo.
Okay, hold on. We all know that the glorious leader of the United States only drinks a Diet Coke.
Yes, Diet Coke.
But all he did was ask for a Coke.
I'm sure we know what he meant.
Either way.
I like how
it was not a Pepsi, and that's what I'm saying here. That's how we can judge this man's moral fiber.
We
by
cannot
the fact
to have da-da-da.
he
going
does
off
not
the
drink
rails.
Pepsi. He drinks fucking Coke. What kind of a monster drinks Coke?
Okay, I drink Coca-Cola, but my favorite other sodas are Mountain Dew.
You drink Coke?
But I drink Mountain Dew to a relation of Coke at like this. Coke is really good with like rum, and anytime I'm getting fucked up.
He's doing that thing again where he thinks he's that dipshit from The Office.
I seen Brendan buy Sprite one time.
I like Sprite.
You know, I saw in Brid's Tinder bio, it says, looking for the Pam to my gym.
Uh-oh.
How did you see his
God,
Tinder bio?
No. Oh my god, I hate that shit so much. I fucking hate that shit so much.
What, looking for the Pam to my gym?
Yeah, or the gym to my Pam.
Or the Andy to my
Warhol.
April? Or the April to my Andy?
Who's April?
April Ludgate?
Levine?
Oh, from
Is it Ludgate?
Parks and
yeah.
Yeah,
the
April
better,
Ludgate.
The better show.
Yeah. When you said Andy, I thought you meant Andy Bernard.
I don't think anyone romanticizes anything else from The Office with quite as much intensity as they do Jim and Pam.
Dwight and Angela.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
That is what she said.
It's a famous joking line from TV show The Office.
No, I know.
Starring
I think that's what people
Steve
are most
Carell.
obsessed with in that show.
Yeah, no. I meant on the romantic side, because like on
Yeah,
every
That's
dating
not
app,
romantic?
every girl's bio ever is looking for the gym to my Pam.
Well,
Otherwise known
a
as-
lot of people like Phyllis and Bob Vance because of how how much did he pay? Like $1,000 or something for a hug from her or something like that. I don't know. There was the auction episode, and people like to cite that as like, oh, you think Pam and Jim are happy, but remember, or a great couple, but remember the time that Bob Vance paid $1,000 to hug Phyllis?
I'm just looking for the pot of chili to my Kevin.
Yeah, I think that's the best relationship. That's probably one of the top 10 saddest anime deaths of The Office. Was when Kevin spilled the
mock
chili.
outrage. I need to put it back on. Are you looking for your pot of chili?
No, he found his pot of chili.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Chili pot.
We support marriage on this show.
This news segment kind of went off.
Everybody should be free to marry a pot of chili if they so desire.
Oh, all right.
I agree.
That's what happens when you allow gays to get married. You open the door
real
for
question.
people to stick their dicks in chili.
Real question. Obviously, marrying an animal is not okay, and having sex with an animal is not okay
Yes.
because they're
They can't choose.
they can't choose.
Consent.
What about inanimate objects?
Like my hand?
Like if you wanted to marry your car because you like fucking your car, because that's a thing.
Yeah, that is a thing.
My strange addiction.
Do you have a problem with someone legally marrying their car and having sex with their car?
It does not hurt a living being, so I don't really have a problem with it, because at least
Yeah, I think if you want to marry your car, fuck go.
as far as all of our current knowledge of science goes,
cars cannot think.
this glass here does not. It's not a living sentient being.
I think you'd have a hard time fucking that glass unless you're just ricked.
I'm just using this as an example because it's the closest thing to me.
Even this Coke can can't fit in that bottle.
Fuck this Coke can.
Well, it can fit. It just won't.
Yeah, get
You
that
won't
shit.
Yeah, it
feel
won't get
shit.
the. Yeah, it won't
that
get the job
shit out
done.
of here. Now,
Like
if it
throwing
was
a hot dog down a hallway.
Now, if it was a meaty
dog
and
in a
girthy
hallway.
can of Pepsi Cola, it would satisfy this mug with an intense, and it would quench this mug's intense thirst.
Can we get an illustration for the audience? So
I
they'll
got a
go
2 liter
find
in the
the.
fridge if you want to do a demonstration. We
It's
can do
not-
that
that's
after
not
we
the-
come back.
It's
not
more like a
Pepsi,
1 liter
though.
double barrel blowjob kind of.
Jesus Christ. But the consensus is that inanimate object marrying is.
I
legal.
don't have an issue with it because a living being is not
you
being
marry your-
affected.
Okay, so what if AI is developed in a sex doll? Can you marry your sex doll?
See, that's when we start to get into more complicated
Right.
shit.
That's the.
Because you have the whole
Moral
issue of does this
quandary.
unit have a soul?
Yes.
And Mass Effect made me question that shit.
Right.
British bitch unit?
British bitch unit.
No
No one's
context?
gonna get that joke. Yeah.
I don't even get that.
It's
joke.
from the Hank Hill's Last Stand.
Oh, I don't even remember that part.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. You gotta watch it 85 more times.
Yeah. We know it verbatim.
Flashlight?
Flashlight.
Flashlight?
Flashlight.
Will
I
you,
need 4D
do
batteries.
we have enough time for you to explain Hank Hill's Last Stand to the people?
I feel like I already have
don't
on the
think you
show.
have.
I don't know.
I feel like we should do a reaction video where somebody's watching it.
It's
and,
a
like, trying to explain
legendary.
what's going on.
That's a great idea.
It's a legendary YouTube poop that is just such an inside joke with our friend group, and like it's my favorite YouTube poop ever. But it's just so fucking good.
That's
It's
a
a
lot
King
of
of the Hill one.
spaghetti. That's my favorite.
It's been uploaded, taken down, and uploaded so many times on YouTube. Like there was a good while where I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, me too.
My
It was a
favorite
sad day.
My favorite King of the Hill one is still Bobby's sanity meter is running low.
Which one's that?
It's either Bobby's sanity or Hank Hill's sanity meter.
I like the Boggle one too. I forget which one that one's called, but it's the one where they do the Boggle
You
tournament.
guys ever hear the Cooking by the Book Lil Jon remix?
Oh hell yeah, that one's great.
You gotta do your cooking by the book. Yeah!
No, you can't be late.
What?
Drop it down, bitch.
Let me see you back it up.
Let me see you back it up. Oh, did you see that? It was on the front page of Reddit, so you probably did. But it was that. No, we go on Reddit.
Excuse me.
Well, we do. It was those
Where do you get your memes from?
guys that do
Facebook shit posting.
those guys that do the indie cover of Get Low.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was so fucking funny.
It was okay.
I thought it was fun.
I did a business.
I was,
To the window, the wall, to the sweat drips down my bones.
More importantly, to the people at home, will you help us get a country cover of 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton?
Oh yeah, somebody please do that.
We need a legitimate country cover, not none of this pop bubblegum bullshit country.
Yeah.
I'm talking Charlie Daniels, Willie Nelson. Otherwise, if we don't get one soon, we're going to have to make our own version, and you do not want to hear that.
We're gonna go ahead and
take our second break. And I do not know the words right now, so Brent's gonna cut the camera. Yay! Let's get the cameras off. Let's get to moving on. And we don't know what to say. We don't know. We know devil down in the bang down gong now. Devil in the mouth down low.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the show.
I'm not wearing a suit jacket again.
Why? Did it try to eat you?
I got lost in it.
Take it away!
Alright, guys, I'm gonna do my monologue, so make sure you zoom in right on me right here. This week in our news, we have a great business conversation that has occurred that will definitely affect the possibilities in the near future. New movie going phenomenon called MoviePass is now experiencing issues where they cannot afford to pay for movie tickets for their customers because their business model is absolutely shit. So therefore, this week, whenever they could not afford to pay out their movies, they had to take a $5 million loan to be able to allow the people who are paying for their subscription services to use the services that they are paying for. This has been a report from Justin Rogers.
We should get you like a teleprompter or something.
Or a big old cardboard and hold it up over there. Just change out the...
Well, yeah, we need like a crew.
We need a
Behind
crew.
the scenes crew.
If you
So
guys
want to be our intern?
Yeah, we need an intern or a
We're not
roadie.
we're not gonna pay you. But
I will pay you one Hot Pocket per every 4 episodes.
oh yeah, we'll feed you and give you coffee.
If you
and
run
whatever.
and get us coffee, you will also have to shit. So that might be helpful to you if you have problems pooping.
No coffee for me, please.
I had coffee this morning.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you already took a shit.
I did. That was before we started.
Tape it.
Was that?
This is a great news segment.
Was that all?
Were we gonna like discuss
that
that at
all
all,
you
or
wanted
was
to
that
say?
like was it
Let's
just like
talk
the
about it.
Yeah, the headline, and then movie pass.
What do you guys think about the idea of a service like that allows you? Well, how about you explain it real quick?
Okay, so the idea of MoviePass, for anyone that doesn't know it, is you
Explain it, Daddy.
is that you pay, what was it, like $10 a month?
20.
20. Oh, it was 20.
I thought they just changed it to 30, but I could be wrong.
Okay, whatever.
They
Did
kept
you pay a fee?
They kept increasing
you
it
pay-
because they kept getting
yeah,
more and more
because
people.
they're constantly
more
in the
and more
red.
money. Yeah.
Well, the whole business model was based on that they would be constantly losing money as they.
To begin.
Yeah,
So they got to
which
a
that's
certain
how
point.
that's how like social media apps get there, is they get venture capitalists to come and give them a bunch of money to build the infrastructure and get their, base, on board. And then once they have enough people, that's when they start advertising and actually making money off of it.
Yeah,
and so that's what MoviePass was doing, which it's a great idea. You pay a flat monthly rate. You can see as many movies as you want with like some limited restrictions.
There were annoying restrictions. Like it'd be like you had to be within like 5 miles. It had to be like within like 10 minutes of. Something.
Yeah, didn't you have to actually buy the ticket at the
that's what
theater?
I'm saying. You had to be
too?
like
you couldn't
within-
buy it online, right?
Well, no, you
Or no, you can't. Yeah.
But
you
you had to
pick
be
out certain times or something.
Yeah, you had to be within like 5 miles of it. It did
Yeah.
like a GPS check. And
Yeah,
shit
so
like that.
so it gained a lot of traction over the last year or so.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
going on for about a year.
Yeah, and then so and like I watched this like video on it like a while ago that was like explaining like the economics behind it.
fucking blog
They're
post.
constantly losing money on every single transaction,
Yep.
and so to recoup that, they just needed to keep borrowing money or getting more investors on board. And then it just came to the point where just the other day, their whole service just crashed because
They
had
ran
no
out of money, couldn't pay out tickets.
Yeah.
Their Twitter feed went completely asinine.
Well, and I think part of the problem is
That's not a good description.
I don't think they did enough.
You're fine.
I
I
don't
know what
if
you meant.
research is the right word, but they didn't do enough.
They didn't think at all.
Well, they thought because they had a plan for how they were.
They wanted the service for themselves, so they created it. But it's just gonna flop.
No, they had the plan of trying to sell to the actual theaters themselves for like a bigger, push or like an exclusivity deal. Like, hey, AMC in Columbus will make you the only theater that you can MoviePass at. If you give us a return on this or a
But
reduced
the
price.
theaters just were not having
The theaters were not willing to play ball because they're already getting fucked so hard from Hollywood in terms of
that.
buying. the
Yeah,
rights to
I mean,
screen films.
and they would be getting less money
Yes.
from their ticket sales anyway, and they only really make
money off of concessions.
yeah,
And then even then,
because it's like the first 2 weeks that a movie comes out, the movie theater only gets like maybe 10 to 20%,
Yeah.
just depending. And in some rare occasions, like I think it was Attack of the Clones, they got no money, 0% for the first 2 weeks.
oh my god,
Yeah, Lucasfilm got all of it.
And people say Disney's the evil one.
Yeah, right.
Fucking George.
Oh yeah,
But,
George is a great businessman. He should be president.
The art of
No.
the deal.
Right, and then after the first
You say
2
he should be
weeks,
president, but yet he also made the prequels, which you are not a fan of.
I'm not a fan of the prequels.
If you don't love Jar Jar, you don't love the prequels.
Oh no, I hate Jar Jar.
I'm a fan of laughing at the
All right,
prequels.
sorry.
Hey, look, we're talking about Star Wars again. You were just complaining that we haven't talked about Star Wars.
Yeah,
in a
but
couple
I had a
weeks.
specific Star Wars I wanted to talk about.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, anyway, let's get back to this. I've been sniffling this whole fucking
Well,
episode.
maybe
I
you
need
should
to
stop
do
doing
it.
so
Yeah,
much
stop
coke.
doing cocaine.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
very nice.
Very nice.
We all know about his problem.
Yeah. Then we choose to encourage.
Apparently, I have a coke problem that I'm unaware of.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Of course, you're not aware of it.
Drink Sprite.
No one ever thinks it's a problem until it's too late.
It's not
Get
a
help.
problem until you end up in Becky's basement and you're not wearing any
If
clothes.
you or a
and there's
loved one are
pregnancy test
addicted,
sitting
get
there.
help.
Who's this Becky?
Becky?
Ooh.
I don't know. I thought you might
Beck-
like a girl that would give you that Becky.
Becky from the block. I don't
I
know.
thought it was Jenny from the block.
I don't fucking know.
I'm just Jenny from the block.
Anyway,
Becky's from,
what the hell was I
Sir
talking
Mix-a.
I was trying
Jesus
to talk about the MoviePass here.
Well, no, I know. I was talking about statistics too.
They were also trying to gain money by then pitching that they would get a concession share from AMC.
Oh yeah, I did read about that.
That was their second flawed attempt, and AMC laughed even harder in their
Yeah, yeah.
faces.
This is the point where we flip our heads back and laugh. I fucked that line up, but you know what I'm talking. The George of the Jungle thing.
How do you go sit
I'll throw
down
her.
in a business meeting with somebody and just be like, all right, so you guys are paying for the movies, you guys are paying for the concessions, they pay us, you guys pay nothing. No profit. It's good for
And
you,
that-
though.
and that's-
Trust me.
that's
Your
what,
theater
like-
will become more popular, more people will be there.
Well, their whole reasoning behind that is to get more people to go to movies they wouldn't normally go to.
Yes, and it's like I agree with that, and that's why they were trying to pitch the concession share and the ticket share because
Yeah.
they're like, we're getting more people in the door, and it's like, yeah, that's true. But considering there's a good amount of people that aren't going in and buying, like, when's the last time you paid for a concession at a movie theater?
I usually get
Well,
My
actually,
wife
no.
likes Reese's Pieces.
Bryn does, because Bryn buys alcohol every time he sees a movie.
That's not
So
true. Not every time. It's only been the last, 3 or 4 times.
It's because I like the fact that you can get a fucking drink at a movie theater.
Yeah.
Because you didn't used to.
Yeah, no, and I'm not saying that there's a problem with that. I'm just saying you're an outlier in the terms of you always do get a concession. So I was trying to think,
Yeah.
but
If I'm with my wife, she pretty much always gets a concession.
still, it's not like, especially if you're going to be seeing movies constantly with this MoviePass, you're not going to be getting concessions every time because you're like,
The point of the MoviePass is to save money.
exactly. The most of the people who are buying the MoviePass are not the type of people who are getting concessions every time.
But at the same time, if you're not paying, because most people get a subscription service and then they think every time they use it, they're not paying for it. So the idea of going to see a free movie, quote unquote, people are more. I feel like are more likely to drop $5 to $10 on some popcorn or something.
Well, after 6 visits, it's technically free. If
you see 6 movies.
Well,
if
I mean,
it's
if you're paying
$30 a month, and we just take the lowest possible price of movie theater charges, which is $5, 5 times 6, it's about 6 visits or less. You're paid for the whole month.
That's true. It's just,
but also like the average is like between like $10 to $15.
Yeah, I know. I said 6 or less, but.
And it's like that's true. I don't feel that they did enough research going in before actually creating the product.
Right.
I don't think that they did enough work to make sure that what they were doing was going to be economically viable.
Yeah, just because the whole theater industry is so fucking complicated these days.
Yeah.
Because that's basically where you just go to see the big superhero movies.
Oh, you know what? Another part of that headline that I read is that they had so many new people signing up that people who were paying for the subscription had sometimes waited up to a month to receive their subscription card and be able to go actually see a film.
Oh, God.
Wow, that's fucked.
So you paid for that first month?
You pay for that first month, and then they send you the card, which is basically a preloaded debit card, so that when you get to the movie theater, you put the debit card into there and it prints off your ticket.
Oh.
That's really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So it loads the money onto that card right as soon as you're about to buy the movie or whatever, and then it can only be used there or whatever. So people weren't receiving their cards, so they can't buy the movies.
So how's it unlimited movies?
Because each time you...
Like
I'm
you say
assuming
you want to go see a 3 o'clock,
yeah.
and let's say you're going to go to AMC, you're going to go see a 3 o'clock showing of the Avengers.
Uh-huh.
You put that into your app, and then right before 3 o'clock, you get whatever the movie total is loaded onto the card, I think, and then you put the card in the machine, you can buy the movie.
That's
something, maybe, I don't know exactly how
it's
it
something
works,
like that. That's why it was so adamant.
Because they didn't have any sort of like partnership with the theater, so it's
Yeah,
not
it
like
was-
they can just
it was
see movies.
like
You
literally
can't go to MoviePass, click log in, user ID,
Yeah, it was like literally just some other dude running supports, like buying that ticket and transferring it over to the thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I'm kind of mad because like I was the other day just debating getting MoviePass because I'm like, fuck it.
I think that maybe we should get one for the show.
Well,
I don't know if we can trade off on it, but one.
It's too late now.
It's too late. Did they cancel it?
I thought the company was going under.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the whole
I mean,
thing?
yes.
No, they just got $5 million to continue.
Yeah, that'll last a
I think
month.
that's what the $5 million was for.
Yeah, no, this company's going bankrupt.
Yeah, this
within the
company's
next
going
year. There's no
bankrupt.
way it's going to be a normal thing.
Well, let's get a subscription and fuck them.
By the time we get our card, they'll be out of money again.
Yeah, right.
But no, I do agree because I was thinking about that since like I don't get off until 8, so like you guys can still see movies on Tuesday and then I can see them, then we can still talk about
We can see a
them.
movie at 8:30.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not too late.
Oh, okay, all right.
Whatever. This is a
saying.
conversation for after the show.
No, this is a conversation for on the show.
Okay.
Okay.
People are sending us emails and they're like, "Hey, you're not seeing movies no more. What the shit? You're as bad as Red Letter Media. You're not seeing movies no more. We want to hear you talk about movies. That's why we signed up for the podcast."
Uh-huh.
And we haven't talked about a movie in like 4 weeks.
We haven't talked about Uncle Dan either, but nobody's writing in about that.
We're saving Uncle Dan for football season.
Yeah, although the first preseason game is this Thursday. So I'm waiting to see how Bad Bakery Cornflour shows out for the Jets.
Is Uncle Dan the enemy of Buckeye Guy? Sorry.
That's a good question. I mean, they're in two completely different stratospheres.
Is it canon?
I don't know. There's gonna have to be the team up down the road.
So what was your Star Wars thing that you wanted to talk about?
Did you guys hear that they're going to be using previously unreleased
Oh.
shots of Carrie Fisher from TFA to try and push the narrative forward in episode 9, like her plot line.
Yeah, I saw the cast list and all that.
Oh, no.
I feel like it's gonna be bad. I feel like it's gonna look bad.
Too many losses. I can't take anymore.
Yeah. Isn't Billy D. Williams going to be in it?
Yeah,
Officially,
Lando.
yeah. Lando's coming back. Woo. And Mark Hamill's coming back, so I think everyone already knew that Luke was going to be a Force Ghost, because JJ's not going to allow that shit to fly.
That's a given.
That Luke would just be gone. He's probably so pissed off, like, God damn it, I don't want to kill Luke.
No, JJ wouldn't have had the balls to kill
Yeah,
Luke.
that's true.
Luke would have, like, single-handedly cut open the new Death Star and...
With his lightsaber.
Yeah,
Luke doesn't have any kids, right?
No,
not canon.
not
no.
yet. He used to in the old
Yeah.
expanded universe.
Yeah, he used to.
Because his wife Mara Jade was another Jedi.
So another Skywalker technically could come save the universe? Or that's not going to happen?
I guess. I mean, if Rey and Ben Solo bang,
Yeah,
They can
or
have
if
a
JJ decides to just make Luke Rey's father anyway, because
Oh,
he
okay,
still
hold
can.
on. Am I retarded? I thought Ray and Ben were sister and brother. Did I miss something?
yeah, you did miss something.
Okay.
No, they're not related.
My bad.
Because
I
what
thought they were because they had that connection in the Force that they were.
that was
brother
just
and sister.
Snoke was connecting them. That's why
Okay.
when she says,
I do remember that
when he
now.
says your parents were no one.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
everyone thought that they were either cousins or brothers.
I'm glad that they're not, but I also don't trust JJ to not turn that around and be like, he was just lying. Luke's actually your dad.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that.
Does
Fucking
anybody hear a
JJ.
squeaker?
Yeah. That's just a bug or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's either one of the squirrels or
Sounds
the
like a little
birds
dog,
outside.
like
Yeah,
squeezing
probably
a
like
little
out
ball.
patio.
We do have a lot of squirrels that live near here.
I've never heard a squirrel before. I don't think I have ever heard a squirrel.
Never heard a squirrel.
No.
Squirrels.
They sound really weird, like.
I heard Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Those
Is that
are
thing?
chipmunks.
Those are chipmunks, not fucking squirrels.
Yeah. God, the difference between a squirrel and a chipmunk's like the difference between Coke and delicious, refreshing Pepsi.
Pepsi.
I thought you were about to make a drug reference.
No.
It's like Coke and meth.
No.
They both get you up, but one keeps you up for 3 days.
All right, you guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I want to rant about the fact that Amazon's still moving forward with their Lord of the Rings show, though.
Oh yeah.
And they've hired a writing team of dudes who have accomplished literally nothing other than sitting in the writing room during Star Trek Beyond, which Bryn loves, so...
Oh yeah, Star Trek Beyond was great.
That's the newest one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
But they were uncredited writers on it, so they weren't, like, lead writers. They were, what was the...
Like staff
writers.
Yeah. Most studios have those.
Yeah.
That just sit around and bullshit ideas out.
They've made that,
So
and
I would
they've-
be a staff writer on this show. Have nothing good to contribute, but I'd just be like, hey, what if you like, okay, fine. Okay, well,
No,
what about...
You're selling yourself short on that
Yeah,
one there,
what-
Justin.
No, we're all staff writers.
We're all staff
We're
writers.
lead writers.
No, they did that. They're working on the untitled fourth Star Trek movie, in addition to the Quentin Tarantino one that's just kind of floating around in outer space. Well, I didn't mean for that to be a joke, but
Pun intended.
a pun was not intended. Usually people do that and they're like, pun not intended, and then they give that shit-eating grin when they're like,
Intended pun.
yeah. No, that was actually...
totally.
Yeah, that was genuinely not intended.
I swear it was an accidental!
It was an accidental. But they made that Star Trek, and then they're involved in the fucking Kong vs. Godzilla movie coming out in 2020. Mm-hmm. And other than that, they haven't done shit. And Amazon is handing the reins to one of my most beloved franchises for them to make their goddamn 5-season bullshit prequel to The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I'm just so fucking apprehensive about this.
Yeah.
Are they trying to come, like, to try and take some market share from HBO with the Game of Thrones thing?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
literally
Oh,
the
yeah,
entire
okay.
purpose for it existing is because they're like, we want our Game of Thrones, just like Netflix.
Because Game of Thrones is coming to an end,
Yeah.
and so they want to fill that void because they
Yeah.
know people will
I
hop
think they
on
can
it.
try and pick it up.
Yeah,
Pretty
even though
much, yeah.
HBO is supposedly going to have a Game of Thrones prequel. Some sort of spin-off thing.
I don't need that.
So,
I know.
I'm sorry. Is it going to be like Game of Musical Chairs? Because like a throne is like a very expensive device of sitting on, and a chair is like a cheap one.
Well, thanks for watching this week.
I am excited for the World War II one, though. Or the Civil War. Is it Civil War?
What, HBO?
Yeah, their alternate reality.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
It's
I
still
remember
being
that.
written by B&B, so I'm not too excited about that part.
Wait, what?
But
The guys that do, they're the
Game of
showrunners
Thrones.
on Game of Thrones.
No.
the ones
What's
who have
the
had
Civil
nothing
War
but
thing you're
awful
talking
ideas
about?
since the books ended.
What's
It's an alternate reality where I believe it's where the South won, and now it's like present day, just about.
Yeah, kind of like Man in the High Castle, but
Oh, it's a
Civil War.
present day thing, not
I
a.
think so.
Oh, okay. I like.
I'll double check to make sure I'm not talking wrong here, but
My favorite war is the
Filler.
Civil War.
do
I
filler.
like World War II.
well, my
but-
filler was just going to be wrapping up the show.
Okay, wrap up the show while I'm talking.
Filler.
Filter. Thanks for watching.
The American Civil War ended in a stalemate.
Okay.
Yeah,
so they're still seceded. So they're two countries. Okay.
There
United
we go.
States and the Confederacy.
Yeah. And they're two separate countries at this point, and like in one slavery is legal, and the other it's not, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. That's about all that I got. Stay tuned for next week, because next week's going to be a pretty big episode.
How is that even PC?
I don't fucking know.
What?
Like, let's make a show that is purposely, saying, yeah, slavery is around still. This is, this is an alternate reality that we definitely want to see imagined.
They're
I
not
don't know.
saying that.
Yeah, no, they're not saying, "Hey, look at this, slavery's cool." They're saying,
that's not,
"Well,
okay, that's not what I intended." But like by that was like, why go to elaborate? Like, what could life have been like? When like we don't. Like, why do we want to know that? Why do we want to?
because it's interesting just to see what would have happened."
I don't want to
Or, like,
imagine that. That shit's fucked up.
It's gonna be
well,
basically
yeah, it's
just
fucked up,
yeah.
but it's
It's gonna be.
It just
about,
makes me think this show's just gonna make me mad. Whatever, we'll see.
It's gonna
I think
be
you're
about,
overthinking
it's
it
gonna
too
be about
much.
people from the North Country fighting to try and overtake the South so that they can repeal slavery, just like what actually happened.
so the Second Civil War.
According to the show, it'll be set in the Third Civil War.
Oh,
Oh,
So what about World War II?
did
how's this fall?
Vietnam happen?
that's why I'm.
Did
curious.
Vietnam happen?
Yeah.
That's why I'm curious.
All right.
Vietnam probably happened in.
That's what I like about alternate reality. Based on like what I'm a sucker for alternate reality shit.
Yeah, I like that because I like the Man in the High Castle. I still have to watch the show, but I've I've read the book. It's really good. Okay, thanks for watching. Next week we're gonna have a special guest on. Oh, is it next week? Next week.
August 5th, yeah, with two guests.
Yep.
Well, we have a very interesting follow-up to a previous episode, so make sure you stay tuned.
And don't forget to eat
We're working out the
cheese.
details.
Facts, that's
Thank
your
you.
butthole.
Don't forget to eat cheese every day. Your doctor says you're not eating enough cheese, so make sure to eat more of it.
Get the blue kind, it's moldy.
Ew, no, don't get the blue guy.
You don't like blue cheese? Why? Have you tried blue cheese? Have you tried, like, recently as an adult with your developed palate?
Yes, I'm quitting on Thursday.
Got him!